Hey everybody, Ucidity is proud to introduce their brand new podcast, MIA. MIA podcast is something that John Hill is aspiring to put together. So we've brought him in to introduce the show, tell us what it's all about and why Ucidity is looking at manufacturing in Australia and what is coming for this sector and industry here in Australia. John, take it away. Tell us a bit more about it.
Thank you, Bernard. So MIA is an exciting new podcast. Everyone's been asking, what does the MIA stand for? So it stands for three things, really. So it stands for Manufacturing in Australia, sort of made in Australia, but that's trademarked, so you're not allowed to use it. And then MIA, because manufacturing sort of has been MIA since the glory days of the 60s. Mm-hmm. And on that topic, the whole point of the podcast is that we're exploring this topic of, can Australia ever return to the glory days of the 60s in terms of manufacturing? So I'll give a bit of a backstory, I think. So my dad, he was the CFO of a manufacturing company. They used to produce electric motors out at Campbelltown back in the day. And he's sort of seen the glory days and the decline of manufacturing in Australia. Mm. And his whole thing when I was young was like, oh, we're going to bring back manufacturing. And I was studying economics at the time, and economics said, no, if you're not good at doing something, then don't do it. So there was this sort of like fun little clash we used to have at the dinner table. Mm-hmm. And I think out of COVID, what really has happened is that we've seen things like supply chain shortages. We've seen the cost of shipping go through the roof. I was speaking to someone the other day, and they've run out of containers in America. Who would have thought?
Even just getting things in, port
exactly.
issues, delivery issues.
All the ports are blocked up in San Fran. Mm-hmm. There's people can't get stuff out of China. So look, the end result is that people are starting to look locally, just naturally, just saying, look, is there an alternative? Because we can't fulfill our orders. So there's been this like mini resurgence in manufacturing, and the Australian government has decided to really put a push into manufacturing as well with the Modern Manufacturing Initiative and all those grants out of that. So there's been this sort of like surge to bring back Made in Australia and manufacturing in Australia. So off the cuff of that, we could talk for hours about the backstory, but long story short, we decided that most marketing businesses probably don't like jumping into manufacturing because it's probably seen as unsexy. Mm-hmm. And
but we love it.
We love it.
Yeah, we have some great clients in the space.
Great clients. We've got a few clients in that space already, and it's sort of like, let's just jump in and look at how can we help an industry that's sort of been neglected as well. So that's what the point of this podcast is all about.
Awesome. And I think the exciting thing is we're going to be bringing on guests. Every show is going to have a guest. We're going to be bringing on some of our clients that are in the industry. And I think our first show, we're featuring one of our clients on that show, which is going to be phenomenal. And then we're also looking for, we're going to be talking to partners, our broader network as well, that are in the manufacturing industry or are partnering with it. So they might necessarily not be manufacturing themselves, but they're either creating the systems, the processes, or supporting manufacturing in some way. So it's going to be some exciting content. It is going to be an industry that we see to hopefully be booming in the near future. And I think it's something that Australia has been desperate for. And now it's all coming to life. So excited to be at the pointy end of something that's going to be happening.
Absolutely. So look, if you're involved in manufacturing, obviously this is a podcast for you. If you're just interested in where manufacturing is heading in Australia, I think this is also equally interesting, because we're going to have lecturers and all sorts of different experts on the podcast. If you want to just keep up, whether you're an investor, whether you're just curious. As I said, if you're in manufacturing, about to go in manufacturing, you're going to support manufacturing. It's basically every angle of manufacturing.
Yeah. And I think also it's going to have that slant as well about how to improve your sales, how to look at expanding markets, how to reach out globally, how to reach out nationally, all about how to take that business or that brand and what you're developing in that manufacturing system, and then actually bring it out to the people. So that whole like farm to table for manufacturing is going to be one of those value pieces that you're going to find in each one of the podcasts that we put together.
Yeah, it's very exciting. So stay tuned for our first episode, which will be out very, very soon. And then we've got at least 4 months worth of guests lined up. So it's pretty exciting. You'll love it. And we look forward to seeing you at our first show.
So when is it? Every second
Tuesday of the month. The first one is launching on the 9th of November 2021, just in case you're watching this in the future. So that's when our first podcast comes out.
Awesome. Looking forward to you guys joining us. Please like, follow, comment, and share. If you know somebody in the manufacturing space that you'd love to hear more from, or think that they could add some value or some insight, please introduce them to us and we'd love to have them on the show. Till then, keep tuned and we'll see you Tuesday 9th of November.
Thank you.